It is hot as hell out here. I hate this weather so much. Once it starts getting hot like this, I just don't want to be anywhere in this region. I love 60-degree weather. That's perfect for me. Now, something I noticed in recent videos is that the majority of my Homebrew Wednesday videos, I don't have a beer to show you, which is weird. So, I'm making sure to drink a beer now. Although, really, the reason I'm drinking is because I'm really hot and need something to a little refreshing to have. So, I thought what I would drink, since I'm giving you the water results. The results are in finally. Is that cream ale that I had been talking about. Nice clear beer, nice light clear beer. You could get a good look at that. Maybe a little bit of haze in there. Not too bad though. Now, what's interesting is that Brewing and Qing, Dan, did drink this. He had the bottle I sent him, and they said that it was good. They said that it was clean. They didn't taste any off flavors. And why I say that's interesting is because whatever the flavor is that I was talking about is still there. So obviously I don't know what off flavors taste like, and this must just be the taste or the flavor of this particular beer, and I didn't like it that much, and I assumed that because I didn't like it, and my brother didn't like it, that it was some kind of off flavor. But it might just be the taste of a light cream ale. I honestly have never really had many of them. And it's not bad. It's nice dry finish. I like it. So anyway, the water results finally came back. This is connected directly to the cream ale because we were wondering if there were any components to my well water, which I had been using to brew everything I brewed, that might have been giving off flavors. Luckily also, which just happened to be luck of the draw, I got my new Brew Your Own magazine not too long ago, and one of the articles in there is about how to read a water test, so that kind of was a nice surprise. Before I get into the actual results, like the numbers and everything, I figure I'll just say, generally speaking, there's nothing wrong with the water. The water's good. Everything seems to be in the range where it should be. Accidentally shut the video feed. Sorry. Anyway, now obviously some of these numbers, they can be manipulated based on the style of beer that you're trying to brew, but generally all the numbers were good for beer and for general safety as well. So just to quickly go through this for those who are interested, my water's pH is 7.9 and the safety range is between 5 and 9, so that was good. Total dissolved solids was 120, and safety is anywhere from 30 to 900, so that was on the low side, which was good. Electrical conductivity was good. The total hardness is 89, and it says on here that anything between 75 and 150 is moderately hard water. So at 89, I have moderately hard water, which is from what I can tell, good. It's not too soft, it's not too hard, it's right in the middle. It seems to be a good place to be. So sulfates, nitrates, chloride, these are all low numbers, and all within the safety range, as is the total alkalinity. Total alkalinity is 70, and it says here that anything less than 400, and these are ppm, parts per million, so that's in the safety zone. Total phosphorus, iron, all low numbers. So everything was safe. Everything's in the safe zone. Everything's in the okay for drinking zone. Now, what becomes This bee has been bothering me all day. I don't like it. Motherfucker. I swear to God, he comes like just to bother me. Go the fuck away, Mr. B. Nah. Yes, I did switch sides of the table because of a bee. I hate bees and wasps and stuff, and they're like all over the place right now for some reason. This one giant one just kept buzzing my head. I had to switch sides, and I was getting all freaked out. Yeah, I know. Live in the country like that, you should be used to a bee now and then. Anyway, so the water results, besides, the general safety, I have this in this article in the Brewing magazine that talks about how to read a water report, and it goes over all the different components of the water and what they mean in terms of the type of beer you're trying to brew and all that kind of stuff. So, for instance, it says that calcium should be in the range of 50 to 150 parts per million, and that is important for yeast, enzyme, and protein reactions. And my calcium is 24, which, according to this particular article, would be a little low for brewing. So I may or may not want to consider adding something to increase the calcium, for instance. Then there's magnesium, should be in the range of 0 to 30 ppm. My magnesium is 7, so that's on the low side, but it's within the range. So it says that could be used as a yeast nutrient. Best to keep it in small amounts because it could add to off flavors. So 7 probably is pretty good. Bicarbonate should be between 0 and 250. Or if your report reads total alkalinity, it should be between 0 and 200. So my bicarbonate is 86, and my total alkalinity is 70. So I'm, again, on the lower end, but still within the range for both of those things. However, and this is where it starts getting into the types of beer that you're going to brew. It says specifically, and this is from John Palmer's How to Brew, that the bicarbonate should be 0 to 50 ppm for pale-based malts, 50 to 150 ppm for amber-colored toasted malts, and then 150 to 250 ppm for dark roasted malt beers. And then again, these levels assume calcium in the range of 50 to 100, which mine isn't. Mine is 20 something. So, in that instance, if I were to want to change the chemistry of my water for those particular types of beer as I'm brewing, I might want to consider adding something. And honestly, I haven't really done a lot of research into water chemistry, so I don't know what it is that I would add to increase the bicarbonate. That's something I would have to look into, and honestly, I'm not sure if I want to really get into water chemistry right now, into that depth where I'm adding stuff to the water and changing the chemistry of the water, because I'm only just starting all grain, and I want to kind of nail down my process before I really get into heavy stuff like that. So I might just use, half my water, half spring water for the brewing, and hope that kind of does what it has to do. But it's something that I have to research a little more and look into. Obviously, I don't know this information very well. I'm reading it out of the magazine. Sodium, it says, should be 0 to 150, and my sodium is at 8, so that's good. Chloride can be anywhere from 0 to 250. My chloride is at 12, so again, I'm in the range there. Sulfate, 0 to 150. My sulfate is 5. Again, I'm in the range there. And that's pretty much what it says in this particular article. I know there's a lot more in-depth reading to do. For instance, in How to Brew, I was looking at the online version of that, and there's a whole chapter about water chemistry. And in Papazian's book that I have, The Joy of Home Brewing, I remember reading a little bit about the water chemistry and then kind of skipping over it because that's when I was just starting out. So those are a couple of things I'm going to have to get into a little more. But I just wanted to follow up on the water test results, and everything is in the safe zone. Nothing is in a range that it should be causing off flavors according to everything I'm reading here. The only thing that I may or may not want to mess around with in terms of water chemistry would be the bicarbonate and calcium, and I think that has something to do with the mash pH and getting proper extraction of sugars from the malts that I'm using. And again, I don't know a lot about that stuff, so I'm going to probably do some reading about it. So I wanted to catch you guys up, let you know what my water results were, let you know that there are in fact no components to that well water that should have been causing off flavors, and according to Brewing and Queuing, there are no off flavors in the cream ale that I sent them. It's just a light flavored beer that I happen to not like that much. It's not bad though. I mean, I could definitely drink it. Just not something I'm going to look to often. It's nice on a day like this, actually, when it's really hot. It's refreshing. Not something I'd brew again, probably, unless I wrote my own cream ale recipe or tried a different recipe. So, cheers. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.